Hi, I'm Kathi Keville, and I'm going to show you my Green Medicine Herb School garden today. This is actually one of three gardens. It's the main herb medicinal garden. So, come on. Welcome to the garden. It's actually divided into several different sections. Each bed has a different continent that it represents, except for the first bed here, which is primarily floral, but herbs that have been used medicinally at some time. The bed above it is the Celtic garden. It represents plants that you would find in the English hedgerow. All are medicinal, so we have elecampane and agrimony, and then over by the fence, there's marshmallow and hops growing up the fence. We also have a few plants that have been introduced to Europe, like the very stunning evening primrose that came in 1600 and now has naturalized itself throughout the country. And a little invader over there, the echinacea, that's just starting to go into bloom, which is actually supposed to be in the North American bed. Above the Celtic garden, we can move on to the Mediterranean. And the Mediterranean is predominantly lavender right now. It just went into bloom for you. There's also various kinds of marjoram, oregano, and then some yarrows in this bed as well. Behind it, we have the raspberries. The raspberries are currently being protected from having the birds eat them, so they're well decorated. And then along the row, there's thyme growing out of the wall. Thyme loves to grow out of stone wood. And then a huge mullein over there, taking advantage of all of the nutrients that are being fed the raspberry. Beyond it is a milk thistle, again from Europe. If we move over to the other side of the garden, this is the culinary bed. So it has savory, which is a plant that is often neglected but wonderful in beans, a very, very tall horseradish, and then the fennel, which is going to outpace the horseradish very soon and grow taller than me. And over here, this is salad burnet. Salad burnet is a cute little plant that's not used very much anymore, but it was a medieval favorite for actually flavoring food. The bed below it is the prairie garden. So the prairie garden has, rightfully so, the English primrose has not gone into flower on this side yet. It has boneset, it has the beautiful white flowers of the nicotiana, which is the wild tobacco, and then also boneset is this large bush in front. In addition, there's many species of echinacea, but they haven't gone into bloom yet. Beyond the garden, fits in with the culinary garden, is an entire row of nice, hot Italian oregano. I wish that you could smell this because this is some of the best oregano I've ever had. Going up to the garden, the Chinese bed stretches from one side of the garden to the other. It has Chinese skullcap and various plants that are used in Chinese medicine. In another video in the future, we'll look at each one of these beds individually and talk about how these plants are used both historically and medicinally. So to continue our overview, we've got an excellent St. John's wort, getting ready for St. John's Day, which is coming soon, and the summer solstice. And then we can move over to this beauty. This is honeysuckle, Japanese Chinese honeysuckle. Beyond it is the Indian garden. We'll save that for another day. But I did want to mention, while in full bloom, that honeysuckle is wonderful for heat conditions. I use it as a tea in the summer because in the Sierra here it gets very, very hot. And it has a good cooling effect to it and an incredible smell. There's one more garden to look at. The Eastern Woodland Garden. So the Eastern Woodland Garden has a whole selection of plants that you would find, and this would be black cohosh, one of the most stunning examples in the garden right now. Just has gone into flower, or almost into flower. And then there's a sassafras tree here, and dogwood and burdock and various other plants. Below it is the nettle bed. It's been well harvested. It's on its third or fourth harvest at this point, and now finally starting to go to seed. And then I will also harvest the nettle seed when it's ready. So the gardens are really amazing because they're filled with a total of about 500 different species of plants from all over the world. The little botanical garden I have here, as I said before, is a wonderful teaching tool, and I hope you enjoyed our tour. So I'm Kathi Keville. This is Green Medicine Herb School. This is the first in a video that we're going to be doing of the cultivated and then also the wild plants that grow here. So I hope you enjoyed it. You can find me at AHA Herb, AHAHERB, and on Facebook. Thank you.